Would you rather be notorious or beloved?
I'd rather be neither.
You don't want to be beloved.
No.
You don't want to be notorious.
No.
What do you want to be?
I want to be AB.
What is AB?
A free spirit with a purpose. I like to have fun. But most importantly, I want to create a network where players get a chance to speak about their traumas and express their situations. Most time players are portrayed through the media, and media don't have a code of ethics or a code of conduct that they stick to. It's pretty much you can say anything you want or, come at an athlete anywhere you want, and that usually be the narrative. So with CTESPN, we want to be able to extend the voice to players, athletes, in regards of sharing their traumas and what they face, how they overcome them, how they remain great, and help some of the brothers that went through real trauma who wasn't able to, come on the other side of it.
So you've said a lot there, maybe sped me up a little bit. CTESPN.
Yes.
Most people hear that and they laugh. They giggle. They get a little smile on their face.
Mm-hmm.
AB's mocking ESPN, and maybe he's mocking the NFL a little bit as well. But you're trying to do something even more profound or serious than that?
Yeah, I want to shed light on players, their struggles, things they face, how they handle them. Imagine being a player. You was a player. Imagine scrutiny, being criticism on you, people around you, how you was raised. And fans only understand players from the media perspective, and that's just one perception. And sometimes that perception cannot be reality. So we want to lend a voice to players in all seriousness in regards of getting them help with their traumas, if it's therapies, if it's whatever type of situation, to be able to help players handle these traumas and post-career things that we experience.
So why call yourself CTESPN, or why call the organization CTESPN?
Because that's the focus. Most of the times in the world now where people think CTE is if you crazy or if you got a concussion trauma that they can't really diagnose, they say CTE. So we want to be able to give fans the real attunement of the traumas that you face as players. If it's being cut, being, dropping the pass, or, when your career over, your people leave you, or somebody took money from you, and, just the adversities and the traumas it take with, growing up trying to be great, or, in your career, what you face of the media. The media really control how fans view you. So if the media talk negative about a player all the time, usually that's a perception. But, you got to see if players understand perception from reality. Because the perception the media create is not really the reality, but that's why we created CTESPN, so the fans could get an in-depth perspective of players and their traumas and how they deal with them.
So I hear that and think that a lot of that has to be personal in terms of you feel like you've been portrayed poorly or inaccurately by the media.
I feel like at times I have been portrayed different.
Negatively or inaccurately.
I feel like the media don't care what's accurate or inaccurate. They care what sells, what go viral, what get clicked. You know what I mean? They don't care how they make people look or what they make people experience by what they write. Just about is it going to grow their brand or help the news source get more relevant or more attention. And in that regards, not only players, experience bad situation post-career, a couple players you may have heard about or read about, who experienced CTE or had some type of trauma that no one was able to get to till it was too late. So we just want to be able to, in one part of that aspect, explain and see players' traumas and be able to see how they get through things while being fun and breaking news and doing some things in the other avenue as well.
So help me. I'm someone who is, and again, I may be talking a little differently than what you're talking, but I'm someone that doesn't believe in CTE. I think it's exaggerated.
Exactly, and that's why we want to bring realization and recognize providing another voice network where players could get a chance to explain their stories, what they go through, what's the traumas like, what it's like being cut, what it's like being let down, what it's like having to change your career, what is, the experience. You know what I mean? We want to provide that through our news network, the players' perspective and the experience, the different traumas, and be able to guide players through and help players through in regards of, therapy or whatever, whatnot.
It's not all trauma, though.
I mean, it can be.
But
imagine you play football. It's an aggressive game. It is trauma. You hitting guys every day for a living. That's trauma.
Some people enjoy it.
I know, but after it come to an end, so, when it come to an end, how do you find another identity? Because sometimes players lose themselves in regards of having that identity or needing that outlet to be able to want to play, and how do they handle those things?
But as an athlete and a top-level football player, it can't all be trauma. Some people enjoy that battle, enjoy that conflict, and they. I'm thinking back.
It's not normal, Jason. It's not normal. Of course, we enjoy it because we're football players, but it's not real life. You know what I mean? It's just a certain part of your life. So, we want to be able to, discuss that with players and, allow players to discuss their journeys on the platform in regards of, how they get through it. How was they able to be great in regards of what they got through, or, just show how they handle adversity, how you overcome adversity, how do you remain great, how do you deal with scrutiny, how do you deal with letdowns. The platform is giving players the attunement of the shared experience to be able to show people what it's like to be an athlete and what it's like, what you got to deal through and how you handle these things.
So I get that part, but some of it feels like it's coming from a spirit of no, I want to push back against the media. The media's been unfair.
The media has been good to me. Let's get this clear. I am Antonio Brown and AB by the media, by me doing great things on the football field and putting myself in good position. I don't have no vendetta against nobody. The NFL provided me a platform to change my life for my family. Have I done things right within that regards all the time? Sometimes not. Have the NFL done some things right about it? Sometimes no. But that's a part of being humans. We grow, we realize, we don't make excuses. You know what I mean? I feel like the NFL has been blessed to me. They provided me a platform to be able to change my life. You know what I mean? Change my kid's life, put myself in a blessed position that I dreamed about as a kid. So for me, there's no tenacity or no
animus.
Yeah, no animosity there. It's a blessing, man, because the experience I got to be able to be here with you, to be able to play with Tom Brady, to be able to play with Ben Roethlisberger, to be able to be at an all-times Steelers organization, one of the most winningest, 6 Super Bowl champions as soon as you walk in. I can't, that's what my kids dream about. I had that experience that motivate them, so I don't have no hostility. I just want to be the peace and be the spirit that be able to give players that platform and that extra voice to, explain their stories, shed light on their stories in regards of being great, overcoming adversity and getting through adversity, because that was my story. I had a lot of adversity. You know my story.
If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.